welcome to session 23 of Jazz and Rock and Roll Horns. All you choir directors, bass singers, soprano singers. I love vocalists. I actually sing a lot myself, actually. Been known to do that. Anyway, the last session in 22, we talked about alternating triads and how polychords work well together. So today we're going to continue on that path. We had a lot of questions regarding three-part writing for a horn section, and alternating triads are great for three-part. They work really well for defining large chords, big chords. You can make your band, your section sound bigger, easy to tune up. It's always easy to tune up a triad. Okay, so let's stay in the key of C, our favorite key, and let's move on to our 5 chord. And so what I want to explain though is beyond that is if we know, let's look at some modes right now. Here's the key of C. Okay, key of C, and we have the 1 chord, we have the 2 chord built off the 2, which is Dorian. Built off the 3 is the Phrygian. Built off the 4 is the Lydian. Love Lydian. 5 is Mixolydian. Add the 7th. You can add a 7th to all these, really. What is the 6? Aeolian. 7 is Locrian. And back to 1 in major, Ionian. Okay? So there's alternating triads for all these modes. So if you're in D, this is treble clef. Here's treble clef. Like last week we talked about the 2 chord in C is a D minor chord, right? And the alternating triad was F and G, okay? And G is your polychord that you can put over the top of that D minor, which automatically gives you the 11th, the 13th, and the 1 again, but automatically gives you that 11th and 13th in there, the G and the B, okay? Notice that the F and the G are the 4 and 5 chord in the key of C, okay? So if we take our 5 chord, G, and let's spell it out. Here's our G7 chord, okay? The alternating triads for that's chord family 3. That's a 3 chord in major as opposed to a 3 chord in minor, okay? It's a 3 chord in major. So that G7 is the 5 chord for C. What's the 4th and 5 chord of C is F and G, right? So our alternating triads would be F and G. So okay, and so there you have your and your polychord could be F like that. So there's your F, which is your 7th, your 9, and your 11. Okay, right there. So if you're playing your G chord, there's an open G, F, B, and play an F on top. Here's F, G, F, G. There you go. And so G7 is in the key of C, right? So F and G again, just like we had over here, are the 4th and built off the 4th and 5th degree of the C major scale. Okay? So if we were in, let's change keys. Let's go down here to, let's go to a different key. Okay. So E flat. Okay, E flat. So here's our E flat scale. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's an A flat missing. E, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. Okay, so what's the fourth and fifth degree of E flat is A flat, of E flat rather, is A flat and B flat. So the second degree of E flat is an F minor seventh chord, right? So our alternating triads over that F minor would be this A flat and this B flat. Okay? Now if we went up to the 5, let's go down here. And what's a 5 chord in E flat is what? B flat. Okay? B flat, D, F, A flat. The fourth, that B flat 7 chord is the 5 chord in E flat, right? So what's the fourth and fifth degree of E flat is A flat, so it'd be an A flat triad, and B flat, a B flat triad. Okay? And here's our B. Okay, B flat. So there's our B flat. Right here. Okay, there you go. And over F minor, A flat, B flat. See how that works? Now if you take it one step farther, and let's say you want to play in Phrygian. Phrygian is built off the third degree of the scale. So the third degree to scale in E flat, we're in the key of E flat major. The third degree of the scale is G. So it would be a G minor seventh chord. Okay, here's G minor. It's a 3 chord. In this case, it's a three chord in context. Okay, it's a 3 chord in E flat. So our alternating triads would be 4 and 5 of E flat. So it would be A flat and B flat again. Okay, so that sounds like this. Here's our G minor. Okay. A flat over the G minor. And good, if you got an E flat, let's say you're running a line and the chord is G minor, you can harmonize that with 3 horns. Works beautifully. Okay? This would be your, and it kind of gives you an interesting noise. We would move up to here. I lost my black pen. Okay, and up to here. Let me see. A flat. Okay. What is that? This would give me D and another A flat. Well, we'd have to work out our passing chord a little differently on that. But you get, and there's the A timer. You understand, you would have to work, this is your A flat, but then if you go up to B flat, or depending, let's say your note is, well, if your note is B flat here, then you'd come down to G minor and down to the D right there. I was voicing from the bottom up. See how that you get into trouble? See, and there we go. That's how that would work. So A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, 4 5 4 5 in the key of E flat. G minor is the 3 chord. And this is Phrygian, specifically Phrygian. Okay, Phrygian's built off. If you take all your white notes in the C major scale and build the scale off the 3rd degree, that's Phrygian. You can go right up the scale. The next one we could tackle would be Lydian over the F. Okay, so if the F chord, let's go down here. So if the F chord is F major 7, a 1 chord. Okay, so here's our F major 7. Okay, And if we're in C, we're not in F. That's F. Got that B flat in there, right? B flat. But if this F major seventh was in the key of C, then we have a B. Then we have a B natural because C doesn't have a B flat. So we're. Well, that's it for the day, for today, and I'm planning on doing a jazz composer workshop online, and I'm going to try and do it in January, but I'm going to be I'll be more detailed in my newsletter that I send out when I put out the video here. And it's going to be a workshop online where people can hear their music played by some great musicians, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I really look forward to it. So until then, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, fred@fredstickleymusic.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Love to hear from everybody when they write in and ask questions. It's great fun. Maybe we'll do another mailbag at some point. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Until then, talk to you later.